Hi there, it's Mr. Graham, and in this short video we're going to look at how to determine or how to identify the value of each digit in a number. Now we've got a number on the screen at the minute, and as you can see one of the digits has been underlined in red. Our task is to identify the value of this digit in the number. Now the first thing we're going to do, as we've done in previous videos, is identify the digits and the place value columns that they fall within. I ask myself, is there a decimal place? There is none. So that helps me immediately to identify that the 7 digit, the digit at the end of the number, is my units digit. To the left of the units, the tens, to the left of the tens, the hundreds, and to the left of the hundreds, the thousands. And now it's a simple case of identifying which column the 3 is in. As we can see, the 3 is in the hundreds column. So what is 3 hundreds? 3 hundreds is of course 300. So I've identified the value of the digit. We're going to go ahead and look at a new example. I'm going to pop a new number on the screen. And again, we're going to try to identify the value of the digit that's been underlined in red. As with before, I'm going to ask myself, does the number have a decimal place? The answer is no. That helps me to identify that the final digit, in this case the 1, is my units digit. To the left of the units, we've got the tens. To the left of the tens, we've got the hundreds. To the left of the hundreds, the thousands, and to the left of the thousands, the tens of thousands. As in the previous example, we're looking at the digit that's been underlined and asking ourselves which place value column it's in. In this case, the 4 is in the tens column. So 4 tens, what is the value of 4 tens? 4 tens have a value of 40. We'll look at one final example. Let's look at a larger number again. Just popping it on the screen for you now. And again, we're going to try to identify the value of the digit that has been underlined in red. Does the number have a decimal place? No. That helps me identify that the final digit, the 5, is my units digit. To the left of the units, the tens. To the left of the tens, the hundreds. To the left of the hundreds, thousands. To the left of the thousands, tens of thousands. And to the left of the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. We're looking at the underlined digit, the 4, and we can see clearly that it is in the tens of thousands column. So what is 4 tens of thousands? Well, 4 tens is obviously 40, and they are thousands, so the value of the 4 in this number is therefore 40,000. Taking it a step further, we've got a new number on the screen. And this time we're being asked to mentally subtract 400 from this given number. We're going to go through the same process again. Does it have a decimal place? No. That helps me identify the final digit as being the units. We've got our tens to the left, our hundreds to the left of those, thousands to the left, tens of thousands, and hundreds of thousands. Now, as in one of the previous videos, if we wanted to pronounce the number or say or read the number, we could do the little trick: 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, comma, 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits. We don't need another comma because there's not any other digits. So we've got our number 104,475, and we're being asked to take 400 from that number, or subtract 400 from that number. So 400 is obviously the hundreds column. It's a number in the hundreds. So we're going to firstly identify the hundreds column, as you can see, being identified by the green arrow. And we're going to take 4 of these hundreds away. Now, my units digit is not going to change. My tens digit is not going to change. But my hundreds digit is going to change because I'm subtracting 4 hundreds. At the minute, I have got 4 hundreds in the hundreds column, but I need to take 4 hundreds away from the hundreds column. So 400, take away the 400s, leave us no hundreds. Pop my comma in. The thousands do not change, the tens of thousands do not change, and the hundred of thousands do not change. So having taken away 400 mentally, my new number is 104,075. Another example, and this time I'm being asked to subtract a very large number from the number given on the screen. Now the number I'm being asked to take away, to read that I'm going to do the little trick as before. 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, comma, 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digits, no need for another comma. I'm being asked to subtract this time 300,000. Let's look at the number I've been given. Does it have a decimal? No. My final digit is therefore my units digit. Got my tens, my hundreds, my thousands, my tens of thousands, and my hundreds of thousands. Now I'm being asked to subtract 300,000. So the only column that's going to change is the hundreds of thousands column. My 9 units will remain 9 units. My 2 tens will remain 2 tens. My 300s will remain 300s. My 8,000s will remain 8,000. My 1 tens of thousands will remain 1. And now we're at the hundreds of thousands. I've got 700,000, but I have to subtract 300,000. So what is 300,000 less than 700,000? Well, 700,000. Take away 300,000. 7 take away 3 leaves me 400,000. I'm going to go and put my commas into both of these numbers. 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, comma, and underneath 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, comma. So this time my answer is 418,329. One final example then, and I'm being asked this time to add another very large number to the number that we've got on the screen in black. As before, I'm going to identify the number I'm being asked to add. I'm going to check 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, comma, 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, no other numbers, no second comma necessary. I'm going to do the same with the number I've been given in black. 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, comma, 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, no further digits, no second comma needed. Does it have a decimal place? No. Therefore my last digit, the 9, is my units digit. I can now place those in. I've got my units, my tens, my hundreds, my thousands, my tens of thousands, and my hundreds of thousands. Now I'm being asked to add 500,000 to the number that you can see in black, 714,839. Now, the only digit that's going to change, the only place value column that's going to change are my hundreds of thousands. So, my 9 units will remain 9 units. My 3 tens will remain 3 tens. My 800s will remain 800s, comma. My 4000s will remain 4000s. My 1/10s of thousands will remain 1/10s of thousands. And now we're ready. We are at the hundreds of thousands. Now in the hundreds of thousands column, I have got 700,000 as shown by the arrow. 700,000 add 500,000, 7 add 5 would give us 12 or 1200 thousands. But as you'll know from working with columns and working with place value columns and working with number extensively, we can't have a digit more than 9 in a place value column. So we can't place the 12 in one column. We therefore have to place the 2 in the hundreds of thousands, and we carry forward that extra 10 into a new place value column. It goes into the next column. Now if we go along and add our place value columns, we've still got our units, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands, our tens of thousands, our hundreds of thousands, and our new column we've created are our millions. If we check along the number, 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, comma, 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, and I need a second comma now. Now to read the number, and again, there is a separate video you can watch for instruction with this if you need assistance with this, but we read 1,214,839, and we've added 500,000 mentally to the number that we were given. I hope this video will be of use to you, and thank you very much for watching.